Yeah,
I caught you with that one.
He's such a pretty boy that he was so concerned about the blood so immediately. I hit him with the uppercut. He's bleeding, and he started touching it over and over and over. But I mean, he's so fucking dangerous. You know, I don't know how I stayed away from some of those shots. He definitely rocked me, but you know, I just kept telling myself that to just trust my abilities. You know, not be emotional. And again, when I say I don't have emotions, like nothing feels better than what I feel right now.
Oh my God, you're gonna quit? Oh my God, you quit, you little bitch. Justin Gaethje, man, the ultimate spoiler. What did it tell you? I said he was gonna win, didn't I? Oh my God. Oh my God, you quit like a little bitch. My face was worse than yours, you little pussy. Get that Twitter up now, lad. I'm quote tweeting that tweet he sent to me. Justin Gaethje. Well in, lad. Undisputed champion, you deserve it after your career, but now I want that rematch. I am going to finish BSD and I want that rematch with Justin Gaethje for the undisputed title. I told you, didn't I, it was fate. Justin Gaethje, man, that's off to you. You deserve it for the fucking heavy career you've had. You absolutely deserve it, lad. Everyone give me shit for getting beat by him. What now? What now, lad? Thought he was finished, thought he was 38, thought he was over the hill, and then he's just beat you. Greatest fighter of all time, Ilia Topuria, you fucking gang of gobshite. I went 5 with him. I took every fucking shot that he threw at me and kept walking forward. This little bitch has just quit after 4 rounds. That's what this little bitch has just done. Look at him, sat on his stool. I kept fucking walking forward at Gaethje for 5 rounds and didn't have an ounce of quit in me. I'm coming, lad. Armin can fight Ilia now. They've been arguing for ages. Me versus Justin. Let's do it. No eye pokes. And we'll see how the fight goes. Great night to fight at the White House, but Ilia, you quit on the stool, you little bitch. Whitney Houston. That's what you are, you little fat.
This outcome shocked everyone. Justin Gaethje has pulled off a stunning victory over Ilia Topuria, turning what many considered an unlikely result into one of the most talked about moments in MMA. The upset has left fans wondering how Gaethje managed to overcome Topuria and what fighters and analysts have said about the result. Here's a breakdown of the reaction surrounding Gaethje's remarkable win.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje! Holy shit! Yo! Can you
Quando eu falei, todo mundo falou que eu tava louco. Eu falei, ninguém quis acreditar, falaram que eu tava doido. Tá aí, ó.
Dana White said Ilia Topuria was taken to the hospital following the fight after concerns arose about a possible orbital fracture. The UFC president emphasized that Topuria had suffered serious damage during the bout and that his health should come before any discussion about a quick return. After such a difficult night, questions are now being raised about how the injuries could affect Topuria moving forward.
Ilia's in the hospital. He's busted up. You know, I'm not a doctor, but his eye looked like he probably has broken orbital. I don't know that's not a fact, but I'm just assuming. And my plans for him are to go home and rest and recover and take his time. And you know, tonight was a rough night for him. I just want to make sure he's healthy and good and not even thinking about him fighting again. Just want him to go home and relax and rest.
Dana White's comments already highlighted how serious Topuria's condition was, but Justin Gaethje's reaction suggested that another meeting between the two could be far away. Reflecting on the fight, Gaethje pointed to the visible damage he had caused as a clear sign of how the contest had unfolded. He also explained that his confidence came from his own assessment of the fight, not from outside expectations.
He's such a pretty boy that he was so concerned about the blood so immediately. I hit him with the uppercut. He's bleeding, and he started touching it over and over and over. But I mean, he's so fucking dangerous. You know, I don't know how I stayed away from some of those shots. He definitely rocked me, but you know, I just kept telling myself that to just trust my abilities. You know, not be emotional. And again, when I say I don't have emotions, like nothing feels better than what I feel right now.
While many focused on the damage Gaethje inflicted, Sonnen offered a simpler explanation for Topuria's defeat. He said he had concerns before the fight because Topuria had been away from competition for an extended period. In Sanan's view, that lack of recent fight experience, combined with the demands of the later rounds, eventually caught up with Topuria. He believes fatigue became increasingly noticeable as the fight progressed.
I had a massive reservation going into this fight, and I told anybody who would listen, but I just said, look, as great as Ilia is, right? And there's a couple of things that no human can get around. Exhaustion is one of them. And we saw that maybe on display better than ever with Chimaev's loss to Strickland. He just simply got tired. They even spun a story and it had to do with a weight cut and blah, blah, blah. But whatever that was, whatever the weight cut or whatever that made up excuse was, it still was to explain the fatigue. And fatigue's very real. So with Ilia, again, tonight, it was just an issue of fatigue and what got us there. And my one concern going into this fight was just that Ilia...
Sanan also argued that Topuria's difficult year outside the octagon should be considered when looking at the defeat. He mentioned personal circumstances that affected his ability to compete, along with a move that may have disrupted parts of his training. According to Sanan, changes like these can quietly interfere with preparation and physical condition. He also found it unusual that so little was known about Topuria's coaches, training partners, and camp despite his status as a major star. Ultimately, Sanan maintained that the fight was not a true reflection of Topuria's abilities, and that exhaustion was the main factor.
Ilia did leave the sport. He has some very deep personal reasons going on, but then he moved. That's a big deal when you move. Because one thing that you guys don't know, no matter how big of fans you are of Ilia Topuria, you don't know who his head coach is. And you don't know where he trains. And you don't know who his workout partners are. And that's very, very unusual. Just within this sport of social media where these things are documented and filmed and people talk and people want their rub and they want their own attention, to be the pound for pound number one ranked fighter in the world, the reigning world champion, the main event of the White House, you, the average hardcore fan that follows my channel, don't know who he trained with or who his head coach is. And a lot of that has to do with moving. When you pick up and move, like Ilia's had a really rotten year. And what can that do? It can just distract you. What do those distractions do? It just kind of takes away from your cardio a little bit. Like skill-wise, he was there. Skill-wise, Ilia is the best fighter in the world. Ilia actually, tonight in defeat, showed that he was the better fighter. He had a better understanding. He was the better athlete.
Even people watching the fight unfold in real time struggled to believe the change in momentum. Tom Aspinall initially praised Topuria for staying competitive, but as the bout approached its closing stages, the situation suddenly shifted. Gaethje increased the pressure, and what had looked like a closely contested fight turned into chaos as he began taking control. Aspinall even questioned whether the judges had the fight level at that stage, making Gaethje's surge even more surprising.
Look how good he's doing. Oh. Oh. Little uppercut there. One of these two's got to go down soon.
Just doesn't seem like Topuria's giving too much damage though, does it?
No. He's not got a mark on him, has he? Gaethje. Oh. Oh, something hurt him. Something hurt him then. Something hurt him. Oh. Oh, he's kind of got him down. He's got him down, he's on top. Topuria's on top in the fourth round, this is good.
Just think about Arman's mate who's got $1 million on it for Gaethje.
That can't be real.
It is real.
I think it might be 2-2. This might be 2-2. Really, Topuria's on the comeback. 2-2? 2-2, I'd say. First two to Topuria, next two to Gaethje.
They've hardly mentioned his face being beaten to him. Look at that.
Oh, they're stopping it.
There you go.
Oh.
Demetrius Johnson described the matchup as one of the year's most entertaining fights, especially because so few people could confidently predict the outcome. He admitted that he initially expected Gaethje to struggle, given his history of being hurt or stopped in major fights. At the same time, Johnson acknowledged Topuria's reputation as a dangerous finisher, with notable knockout victories over Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Charles Oliveira. With Topuria entering the fight as such a proven finisher, Gaethje's eventual breakthrough made the result even more unexpected.